Whoa.
Oh man, God, Josh wasn't fucking around.
Yeah, I thought.
I thought for sure
today he was gonna fuck around. I thought this was the day.
Well, this is what they have. This is what they have said, right? This is, if you look at the ancient scrolls. Yeah, obviously you'll see. I mean, they didn't use the same calendar,
right?
And they say that like some of the constellations aren't even the same now. Precious chat, hello. There's a period at the end where it looks like we're shrouded in mist.
See that? It was like just coming out of the mist.
It's pro tier. It's pro tier. So I once again did not dress up as well as my co-host. I shamed myself with these lies.
At least you're repping a good shirt.
Yeah, exactly. I got a premium shirt. Hello. It is I, your internet friend Jeffrey K. Horcrims, and however it came to be, you have found yourself ass backwards in Twitch's brewing show, Acquisitions Intoxicated. I am joined, as almost always, by the very recently returned Eric J. Benson, some of the additional titles you were worthy to know. The notorious EJB, Azerbaijan, one time. Edge Benson. These are all great. Eventually there's going to be another one, but I mean, I feel like the litany, it's getting to be like...
It's just like the scroll, you just roll it out and it falls off the table, clunks 2 times on the floor.
We're moving like into...
Trips
like
somebody in the hall.
Yeah, we're moving into add that name.
Yeah.
We're moving into a space with the names where I think we're getting into that sort of like... Kryn, Dragonlance Gnome, where it's like a 27 volume scenario, but in any case, Moving Tarkus, listen, I don't need any head moisture shaming, on my own channel. It's wrong. Well, okay, so I was playing the new True Colors with Ronya. Okay. And I don't have any hair. I just have the flesh. Right. And then established. Exactly. Headphones on. Apparently they became quite moist. And so when I gave...
Was the game that good that you were...
No, it's a very stressful game for sure. But I gave her the headphones. We had to trade headphones at one point because it had gotten to the point where she just wanted me to do it. Right. There was like some gameplay thing. She just got bored. And so she's just like, fuck it, you do it. And then I gave her a pair of very wet headphones that needed to be wrung out.
That's wretched.
Yeah, she was not impressed.
No, I wouldn't. She
thought it was a very shameful process.
Well...
yeah, I mean, that's certainly true. No, so we're going to go through certainly some portions of the hero's journey. We're going to have a truncated version of the hero's journey.
Well, it's because it's interesting. We have brewed so much right now.
We're packed out.
We don't have any. We have no fermentation tanks left.
Oh, geez.
So next week we have some cool stuff planned, and we have in
for pain.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So that'll be ready.
Well, no, I was just going to say, we have to get Jeff on for that. Yeah. So we have 3 glasses, 3 asses. So I think that we can get most of the way in there. You know him, you love him. It is Jeff Cowles, ladies, gentlemen, and every conceivable coordinate in between.
So privilege. It's 2 weeks in a row I've been able to be on.
Crazy.
Indeed. Well, I was just going to say, so the next time we're doing that lager that's been lagering for like 2 years, so you don't miss it.
Yeah.
When is that? Is that next week? Oh, I'll be here next week.
Next week.
Yeah.
Here, now, we have a couple things. So before we get into the tasting phase, now, Josh, do you have the Orehead orbital camera for the micro homebrew?
Yeah, it's up there, man.
Yeah, it's in geostationary orbit.
It's like 4 cameras.
It's like I feel like Wintermute is just looking down.
Yeah. Like
this
is obviously we love the Neuromancer reference,
right? Like,
but there's also like a Matrix,
very much so,
squid monster robot.
Yeah.
Now, so these are hops from the fence, and so typically, obviously, we do pelletized hops. That's how most brewing gets done. But we're moving into the part of the year where even at your gas station,
fresh hops.
Indeed. Even at your gas station, you're going to be finding fresh or wet hop beers, right? I mean,
I thought you were saying you're going to be finding fresh hops just at your gas station.
They're local.
Everywhere.
You're going to have
welcome to Washington.
You're going to have to wade
hops
through a hip deep.
Do you want a bag of licorice and hops?
Oh yeah. See, so Beckenbauer biked through Tettnang. I'm sure there's a specific thing, but I bet you can smell it for sure in that region.
That's gotta be amazing.
Yeah.
I just biked through.
Yeah. Just boop, boop.
No big deal.
But I did want to show you what's going on. So these are from the end of the fence. soon we'll know. I think this is Centennial.
Yeah.
Just because I've had a lot of Centennial wet hop beers recently,
Right.
and that's the vibe I get from this, but I do think that you're right. I think this might be Columbus. So, Jeff, if you would like to...
To huff?
Well, yeah, exactly. So if you would like to come after the...
Holy.
Smell it from the top. Smell it from the top.
Yeah.
Because that's where the greatest concentration of the lupulins, or whatever they're called. Isn't that crazy?
That is amazing.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it's so nuanced.
Yeah, see, this is the thing about wet hops. So it's like beer. I know that like hops aren't, that's not where, that's not going to strike your palate where you want it to hit it.
Not necessarily, but
Exactly. But part of that is because those are pelletized, pasteurized hops, and it emphasizes one part of the flavor curve. Yeah. A real fresh hop is not like that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I was listening to a podcast by a hop grower.
Oh, yeah.
And talking about how they choose which hops they want to start trying to make beverages with. And he says the hops themselves have to be so overpowering and pungent because by the time it gets in the liquid, if they're a subtle hop as a plant, you won't impact the liquid.
Right.
Exactly right. Yeah. So this is the other one. I thought people might be interested to see that sometimes they can grow off of the vine in multiple directions, which I just thought was extra cool, like a double cherry or something like that. We'd seen it.
Like a pot leaf.
Yeah. Well, I was just going to say.
I mean, it doesn't take much.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Confirmed.
Yeah.
But here, so you smelled that other one. Give this one a try, because and then go ahead and crush it a little bit.
Oh, this one's.
Yeah. Go ahead and.
This one's much more, like minty.
Much more
and
herbal.
Yeah. Much more. Yeah.
Yeah, that one. But I'm saying
the other one is much sharper,
Yes.
bitter. Like even in the aroma, it's more bitter. That one's
exactly.
got
Say the O-roma?
Yeah.
O-roma.
The O-roma?
The aroma.
The O-ring aroma?
But that's the takeaway.
Yeah,
Right?
that's
Is that
awesome.
that is a subtle, weird plant.
Hops are crazy, and I've learned so much in the last several weeks just about the breeding of them and top secret hops that are like before they get patents where they have special code names.
Yeah, like HB.
crazy.
Yeah, it's like H. And you'll see that sometimes just because we're sort of like a beer culture in the Pacific Northwest. You'll see beer. It's like, oh, this beer uses the experimental H642 hop, and it's like you'll never see that name again.
No, because
But
they'll end
order
up
it.
getting a brand name.
Exactly. And then they'll jump out and become a big deal. But you found a couple.
Fancy.
Well, I was going to say, so you found some stuff from one of the places that Josh discovered. So while you were away, Josh created a kind of mouth game show.
You're not here for that.
No.
Last week.
I thought you were talking about this. I'm like,
No, this kicks ass. You
It's
know
been
about
around
this.
for a while.
No. It's like I'm gesturing over here because that's in the past where the cans were. But he like covered the cans. And so then we had to like taste them and like try to do it. You would have won.
Yeah.
I did not win.
No.
What?
I no.
No.
Ryan, I, and Jerry would drink a beer and then try to get close to the tasting notes of what the beer was.
Honestly, we should do it again just to see. Like, honestly, get the same beers, and then
we'll just get the same shit.
well, no, get the same beers, and then we'll just do the test
God.
here to compare. But it was like ABV, IBUs. Like you would have loved it. It was a super cool game. But this was one of the spots.
Oh, really?
On one of these cans, and it was one of the runaway favorites.
Like hits, yeah.
It was really, really good. So you grabbed 2 massive bottles from the brewery.
Well, Jeff's here to help.
Exactly. So what are we
We
looking
have
at
important meetings later.
But don't go too crazy.
I won't go too crazy.
So this is 9 ladies dancing.
Oh yeah.
Very Christmassy, but it's an ale brewed with cacao.
We love the
nibs,
cacao. The cacao.
vanilla and coffee and some lactose. And it's an ale, which is really cool because normally you would associate those flavors and the lactose with stouts.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
So I am itching to try that.
Oh no. 11.3. Okay, so
Yeah,
very
that's
small.
Yeah, very
Very small amount. But obviously, we're interested in this. So this is apparently the 9th verse of their 12 Days of Christmas series. Okay.
Oh,
so
that's rad.
So these motherfuckers, I mean, they're doing
They
what
literally
we
went
do,
through the whole. Yeah.
but they're doing Christmas carols instead. All right. So what else you got?
That's
The mischief,
amazing.
dude. This is what I want.
I'm so yeah.
I would get dialed into that. We'll do Good King Wenceslas. We'll just go verse by verse. Right, so
That's one of my favorite songs, actually.
Dude,
Oddly
honestly,
enough.
Good King Wenceslas it bangs every time.
Yeah, I literally wanted to throw a Feast of St. Stephen's, and just for like friends after Christmas, filled with like McDonald's and like White Castle nachos and pizza. So like it's just the all the
It's
food
the
you want to
people's
eat,
Christmas.
right?
Exactly.
That was the
No, dude,
feast
it's like
I wanted to
it's
throw.
like this. It's Good King Wenceslas,
Yeah.
and a nonstop ultra banger, and God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen.
Oh, yeah.
It's like these are eternal bops.
Right.
Anyway, so
I saw
Miss,
3 ships.
yeah, that's a killer. Well, it's got that good bounce.
Yeah, those are the 3.
You can hear that tambourine there. Here, so this is from the brewery also. Unfiltered, bottle conditioned. Of course, we love to see it as craft brewers ourselves. Alcohol 8.5. So another big boy.
I don't think they do anything small.
No.
That's the thing.
One you actually had.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I thought I recognized this label.
So we had that
it
in
is
one of the cans.
Really? Okay.
Here, I was gonna say, so we will have it, and of course we will have all the stats.
I will know everything about this beer.
All right, here. So not quite evil, yet not to be trusted. This golden ale is effervescent, dry, hoppy, and crisp.
God, that sounds great.
Yeah, well, it is great, as we know.
I'm here to tell you, I've had it.
We're
It's
gonna
great.
blank out our minds.
All right.
And we're going to return to a place of pure naivete when it comes to the mischief product. Well, here, I was just going to say, but where...
Yeah, what do you do?
Now, do you see how I don't even...
You don't
I don't
even
even
look
have to
now.
look. I just reach down where I know the weapon will be.
Yeah.
All right, well, here, let's this
no.
is the lower... Which one do we...
Start with that one
Start
first.
with the bad boy?
Yeah.
All right. 9 Ladies Dancing.
That's the one I'm most interested in trying, so I want,
Here we go. Let's try this here.
I remember my first beer.
Yeah.
Nope.
You can't get into church with the church key.
So, this has never happened before.
I think they make pills to help with that.
Well, I was just gonna say, we have a custom from Clues.
Oh, there you go. Look at that.
I knew that Clues manufacturing
The perfect.
acumen would be able to deliver a real hit. It's like, I mean, I'm just gonna leave it out for the other bottle.
I think you should.
Oh, wow.
So I'm interested because you said there was coffee notes in here,
Yep.
so I'm interested to see because I'm
Whoa,
not usually a
look at that
coffee
color.
It's
drinker.
cacao nib.
Well, but so notes, but in the tasting notes you guys read, so I'm interested to see how pronounced or subtle they are.
Yeah, vanilla. Oh, yeah. With, let's see, okay, so it actually has physical coffee as well.
Yeah,
And I
probably-
saw it on the foam.
I mean, if we're looking at just the color alone,
Yeah.
this is gonna. I think this is gonna be delightful.
Wow, Voodoo Ranger official.
We love
39 months. That is fantastic.
We love to see it.
Thank you so much.
Oh, hey, now Voodoo Ranger official, how did your event go? How did your meetup go at PAX? You had, it seemed like you had events and content basically on a daily basis over there. I didn't have a chance to stop by because for some reason, you'll have to ask her exactly why. My daughter
was born.
My daughter decided to be born.
Oh, that smells great.
She decided to be born at PAX, and so that's things have to happen that way. Meetup went beautifully, amazing to see all the most. Yes, absolutely. Well, yeah, and you had a really great docket of events on there too. Yeah, head non-existent, and part of that is your ABV.
That smells fantastic.
Yeah, it
All right,
smells
we
like
ready? Yeah, that smells like an elixir of some kind. But because it has the cacao nibs and the coffee,
Yeah,
it
comes off
flattens
the
out
back.
the sharpness.
No, but
Right?
you can smell those notes on the back of it.
Oh my god, it's like this is almost like
We brewed this before.
yeah. Are there cigars that have this
Yeah.
middle note?
Absolutely.
The sort of earthy. I mean, that smells fucking savory.
Yeah, that's
What the hell?
Yeah, I'm getting notes of beef broth.
Yeah, I was just gonna. Yeah, we're talking about consommé,
yeah.
French onion. Here, let's try it.
Whoa,
Jesus.
that's real cool. So
That'll get you messed up real fast.
Yeah, so be careful with it.
Coffee is subtle enough that it doesn't bother me.
Yeah, well, the coffee is buried.
It's buried in there.
In the vanilla. This has big, almost like a cask energy. It has a lot of earthy, woody type flavors. I can feel that almost like a oaky.
I would have thought this was barrel aged.
Exactly, because it has all those earthy tastes. God, that's crazy.
It's a very complex, from that savory to that sweet, like a candied ham. Well, you have
the lactose in there too. That's probably what's doing a lot of that.
That's going to do a lot of the work, right? Because it's a smooth. It's
very smooth.
mouthfeel.
Yeah.
For as much alcohol is in there, it is incredibly drinkable and smooth.
This is moving, for me, it's almost to the barley wine.
Yeah.
Like real.
It's
real
right
close.
at the edge. It's looking over the cliff.
Yeah, it can see a barrel of barley wine down there, and it's drunk enough that it wants to climb down.
Right.
Moving target, smooth lactose ham.
I'm okay with that. Sounds great. Make it with some French onion dip. Done.
Yeah, Madison, this is not a work beer. No. You don't want this. We shouldn't be doing it.
No, yeah.
This is a holiday feast beer.
Yeah, this would go great with my feast of McDonald's,
It
pizza,
should be on the table.
nachos,
that's
French
the best.
fries.
Because it has to be the mix, right? It has to be the mix of the super common stuff with a couple nice notes,
Right.
Like a couple fancy pants things, just to elevate the White Castle box.
Right, exactly.
Right?
But literally, it elevates the box.
Exactly. You set this on top of it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
This could be with the meal, or it could be like an after dinner. It's almost sweet enough to be almost like a dessert.
Stuff. You love that sherry.
Yeah. A good port.
You like a tawny port.
You could,
I heard that.
You could.
Oh, let's keep it friendly, okay? Yeah, an aperitif beer.
That's
Graham.
a syrup, and there's also I would say a great potential for this to be used to
On ice cream. Yeah.
Absolutely.
As a float.
On the right
What
stuff.
kind of a cool idea? Yeah.
The right chocolatey ice cream. No, what I'm saying is that you could also, in a pinch, use it to sterilize a wound.
Yeah. True.
You might, be wounded after having half of the
Yeah,
bottle.
because you fell off a
you're
cliff.
fucked up
You literally
trying
fell
to
off
get
that
the barley
cliff.
wine.
Yeah. Listen, there's the story.
We're engaging in a rich narrative on the program today. This is pure magic, right?
Oh, it's really good.
This is. I'm glad you were here for this.
It's really good. Yeah, it hits a lot of my likes. Like I said, I would not. This is not a summer on the patio.
No.
Kickback, but
Well, this is the thing, right? I would say that before, beer had a specific job, in your life. It's like for you. Because that's come up a lot. For you, it's that's the beer I want, on the patio.
Oh,
and that's
okay.
when you're going to have a beer.
Yeah.
When beer it's an all year round thing, right? There's cool styles and cool things happening traditionally at different points of the year, right? So I think that this is probably a new season.
Oh yeah.
Right?
This is the fall weather. It's come
This
in.
is like you have the cardigan, the big, comfy sweater on, and you're
put
sitting
on a
around playing a
fire.
board game around a fire. Yeah.
Ugh. This is a comfy sweater for your liver.
Well, yeah, that too.
Good God. Okay, so
my
that's
liver likes nothing more than to be covered in a fuzzy.
yeah. That's the key. That's the key. Right now, should I get some plastic cups for round 2? Probably. Yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause
it's gonna taint.
This
it's gonna be weird,
has legs.
Yeah, legs is that's
Right?
an understatement.
Knows how to use them.
It has stilts.
Pure energy legs.
It knows how to choose them, Jeff.
Knows how to choose.
This is the thing.
There's a whole generation who
how
doesn't
to
know our
choose 'em,
reference.
yeah.
There is a whole generation who's
Know
like,
how to
I have never
lose 'em.
watched a commercial in my life.
Well, it's like that, and then
are
hams.
commercials these days?
It's so my kids know commercials from things that make no sense. They know
YouTube
legs.
collections?
Well, no,
Or from your quotes.
Yeah, it's a combination. But they're like double mint gum.
Yeah, double mint gum's a big one in our house as
The
well.
taste,
that I was
the
saying.
taste,
yeah, yeah.
the taste. Lose one.
Yeah.
I actually, my
right through one.
son, my son will sing the Hams beer refreshing.
Hams?
Yeah.
Wow.
From the land of sky blue water. Right.
Yeah.
Never seen the commercial.
Yep.
Yeah, it's never far. Hams.
Hams.
The beer
that
refreshing.
bear,
The bear.
right? And I bet now. I bet you.
Nostalgia. You can find.
Well, it's nostalgia for
merchandise
sure.
with
Really?
bear
But
on
I
it.
bet that you can't show a cartoon bear and an alcohol.
Probably
Oh, no.
not. I don't think that would
I remember
fly.
Hams being advertised Saturday mornings.
Wow,
with the
that's
cartoons.
weird.
Oh yeah.
It's like if your parents were just around, or actually no, they were putting it into your head for when you turned 18.
Yeah. You're being primed.
Yeah.
All right, we'll try a little bit of this. This will be the gold standard.
Literally.
Dude, you are in for such a treat. I couldn't believe this shit.
Where? Orange County, California. Okay.
Did you grab this at Micro?
I
No,
like that. Juicy fruit is gonna move you. I remember that one.
Oh yeah, that it moves right through you.
It chews so soft.
Oh yeah. Oh, we can.
Yeah, this is the Mischief, which Josh is correct. We did sample
It's a weird, like
already here.
I see he's poured himself the
the larger of the.
angel's share.
Yeah.
You can't pour the Angel's Share
Yeah.
because
Oh, thank you.
You'll go
it's
blind.
in the air. Exactly, because it's wood alcohol.
This is a whole new smell to me that I don't recall.
Wow,
all
this
of a
is
sudden.
what the
Yeah.
what's going on in here? Okay.
Magic, just magic. Yeah, exactly. Brian-ish, juicy fruit. You're going to go through the whole pack in about a minute.
Yeah.
Now, Brian-ish, so Crimson Current Ice has 40 more seconds than Fruit Stripe.
Wow, remember Fruit Stripe?
Dude, Fruit Stripe gum, the yummy fruity
I
one.
forgot about that.
Fruit stripe gum.
I can't. It's not a good investment.
No.
They used to advertise that in comic books a lot.
Yeah.
I used to see that.
It tastes like a comic book.
Remember when you used to
after
get the
about 15
bazooka
seconds.
gum in like packs of cards?
No, dude, it's still happening.
What? Oh,
My kids love bazooka gum. They're
Still a thing?
They're selling it now, but instead of selling it like in the individual brick
Yeah.
with it like wrapped up and underneath, it's in like a box. So you open the box up two ways, and there's bazooka gum on both
Oh,
sides.
it's like a firecracker box
Exactly,
of like bazooka
exactly.
gums?
But then it has the comic in there that you
That's
pull out.
rad! Oh, that's so cool.
No, they
They're
are
freaking
still
comics.
like it still works.
Yeah?
Like they still love it.
That's
It's like that's the
amazing.
gum they want because it's like they're like they want a gum that you got to fucking work on.
Yeah. But you also get rewarded with a comic.
You absolutely
Right.
do. No, they're into it. All right, now, so get a sláinte. Get up there.
Wow. That is effervescent and dry and hoppy. That's fantastic.
I mean, they got.
But
right
it's not, for me, doesn't like the hoppy. It's not bitter.
No,
Like,
No, but
it
it-
is.
well,
The
not
hops,
all.
the hops are present.
Well, this is
right?
what we get into almost every week when we're like, we don't want to brew a ton of IPAs because IPAs, that's what people think of when they think beers are bitter.
Yeah.
Right? But there's a whole world of beer that the hops just help flavor.
Well, exactly. So, and then when you get out to, like, right at the nimbus, at the edge, like the pervert shit, right?
the real kink.
You're talking about like Goza and Gruit, which is like no hops or mostly citrus bitterness and
Right.
salt. Like out here, there's a weird realm out here that isn't about that has hops or doesn't, but it's not about bitterness or the bitterness is extracted from something
I
else.
love the complexity of this. Just there's a lot of subtle flavors going on in here.
This is amazing.
Yeah, it's just a friendly product.
I mean, they've got 12 days of Christmas.
It's a gentle.
Well balanced.
Yeah, these guys have got it.
You got the hops, and then you got a little bit of sweet, and there's nothing popping too much that's overwhelming anything else.
No.
And
Really
it's the
well-balanced.
Belgian style ale, and that's the other thing. So in the Belgian style ale, because it's using these like wild derived yeasts, especially for somebody who likes to taste something and really think about it, the palate that you get off of a wild yeast is bonkers.
Right.
Right? It's weird. It is. They're genuine. In any other style, these would be considered off flavors. You'd be like, clean your system, please.
But get your shit together.
Yeah, exactly. Your stuff is gross. You have
Yeah.
to watch it. No, with this, we're talking about clove, banana, like warm spices,
Right.
weird stuff, bubblegum.
Bubblegum.
Literally.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. I will be back next week to taste more beers. And,
Well, we're gonna
Fantastic.
and potentially,
potentially.
I've got an idea that I want to float past you, Jerry, for next week.
Let's hit it.
Right.
Let's hit it. That sounds awesome.
Okay.
Hey, now, EMW, yes. Is there kill team or another mini game
Oh, yeah.
today? There is.
I'm ready to kill your team.
Are you down to play today?
Oh, yeah.
All right,
I'm
good.
gonna kill
good,
your
good, good.
team.
Well, here, let's do
Did you bring the Gene Stealers?
Yeah, I did. And the cult. I got both of them. I got them. I'm going to put them together.
I'm gonna get killed.
Well, we'll see. Last time you annihilated them.
Yeah,
you
but
got up high
we had
with
some-
the rubrics and just perforated a squad.
But I think after talking through it, we kind of realized how you could come away with all the wins with that. With that squad.
And I measured. I also played incorrectly. I feel bad about that game. Like, you beat me and I deserved it. Because I had some pretty, like, some of my movements were not on the up and up. And then I had that, like, charge and stuff. It was not good. Today I hope to provide something more like a real fight. Now,
God, that smells.
this is it.
I mean,
dude.
this is
I think
why you
nailed
want
it.
fresh
This is
hops.
Centennial.
Yeah.
Right?
This is why you want to do fresh hop beer. I mean,
This is it. Just stinks.
of pot and popcorn.
Right? It's mean. And so, but this is the main.
Whoa, there's a red bug running
There's a
around
creature.
there. What the hell is that thing? Did you see that?
Some kind of mite.
Yeah, it must,
I'm glad I didn't eat it.
There was definitely a red. What?
So you're infecting the studio.
With mites. Now, so
Whole
here,
place has bed bug now.
so here is the scenario. Yeah, EMW. There is. Did you see this? So.
Wait, what is it?
Yeah. So Barnes and Noble, it's like maybe Target might have it too. It is basically they have released a super low to the ground version of the new Kill Team. Like, the branding and stuff internally looks different. It's called Fire Team. It's Adeptus Astartes, Space Marines, versus Necrons. So it's even a different set.
Wait a minute. So
On Hexes.
GW licensed out.
No.
To,
It's official.
Oh, it's official. Okay.
But this is what they consider. It's like, for us, we consider Kill Team the on ramp, right?
Yeah.
For them, they're like, we need something even lower down.
dumber?
So it's basically it's hex based,
Oh, that's kind of fun.
right?
That's actually kind of fun.
And so you have a hand of cards, and you're like, okay, what am I trying to accomplish this round? What do I think I can do this round? And then, unlike a tactic or a mission, you're playing a card to be like, hey, I think I can do this round.
So does it feel more like the what is it? The Warhammer. You know the
Like Space Hulk?
No.
Like all of them?
The board game ish. What the hell is it called? It was we played it. We had they made a video game. Obviously, they made a video game of it. Warhammer, fucking.
Guys?
Yeah, you had like 3 guys against 3 guys. There was 2 tactical maps that you put together.
Oh, you mean Underworlds?
Underworlds, yeah. So is it
Oh,
like
sorry,
that?
I was thinking 40K.
Yeah. Is it like that but Kill Team?
No. Although that would be kick ass.
Yeah.
I would play that for sure.
Right.
No. It's basically just meant to be. So you have Warhammer 40K, 9th
Oh
edition,
yeah, I mean I
right?
get what they're doing,
And
but
then down on the bottom, it's like, then you have Combat Patrol,
Yeah.
which is like the lowest value, but it's still the full game.
Right.
Then Kill Team. Now they're offering this down here, which is this Fire Team.
How many
type thing.
guys do you have in the squad? Is it the same?
The Necrons have a heap.
Oh, okay. So it's not like a.
No. It's sort of like asymmetrical, like the old Space Hulk type stuff. It's like a ton of Necrons. I don't know. I'm down to clown for sure. I mean,
I'd love to see it.
No,
I
what-
just think
what
it's
bad could happen?
Like in a world, did you ever imagine Barnes and Noble to have that in it?
they're
right?
trying to address. Well, I mean, Barnes and Noble and like Target, they've got like Gundam.
Oh, yeah.
They've got Gun Plus shit. It's happening right now. Yeah, exactly. 5 Marines versus 10 Necrons with Scarabs. Huh. Oh man. Yeah, no. Moomin Tarkinus. Warhammer Kids. They're putting out another round of those too.
Okay. Well, you know, Barnes and Noble actually always did have a good selection of RPGs and graphic novels and mangas and stuff.
When I was like last Christmas, when I was doing Christmas shopping, I went to Barnes and Noble. Like there was one, and I went to it, and it was amazing.
Yeah, because it felt good to be in a bookstore, right?
Well, no,
I love going to an old bookstore.
Yes, I could look at products.
Yeah.
And like handle them.
Yeah.
I was like,
It was like, oh, this is a novel idea.
no, exactly. It's like in the same way. It's like eventually, it's like now we have apps for everything, and then eventually, what's going to happen is we're going to reinvent cable.
Yeah.
Which is going to include
Right,
multiple
exactly.
apps into a single app.
Well, I'm just waiting for the holographic screen where I just get to pick the product I want, and then it just, drones to me,
it
right?
comes to me. Well, soon. The dude who like lives across the street from me is like a lawyer for Amazon,
Yeah.
whose whole job is figuring out how they can fly their drones legally in civilian airspace.
Yeah, it's weird, right?
So it's going to happen.
It's going
for
to
you.
happen.
It's gonna
Anyways,
happen.
but the thought of going back into an old bookstore, I love it. Like, was Walden Books a thing out here?
There was a Walden Books in Spokane, where I used to live.
Because that was like where we would go for books.
Same story. For
Yeah.
us, it was Hastings, My Entertainment Superstore.
Yeah.
But
We had the Wiz.
we did not have the Wiz.
You did not have the Wiz.
No. But, I don't doubt that the Wiz is great. I'm just saying that, yeah, B. Dalton, exactly right. Absolutely. But yeah, exactly. Reinventing cables are in the works of streaming services. And then it's like if you rent, or if you go with Disney Plus, there's like, when you purchase Disney Plus as a subscription, there's like an option to have Hulu and ESPN also. So it's already agglomerating again for us to enjoy.
Yeah.
Can't wait. Big fun. But the truth is, it's like that's part of why I think we like Mox.
Right.
Because Mox is just great.
Yeah, you just go and you
go and look.
like you look at it, you
stuff.
feel you get to feel the
somebody
box
has-
you're buying.
Yes.
Right?
If somebody, well, the main thing is you get to lift.
Lift. Yeah.
You lift a scythe box. You're
Right.
like,
Okay, I get it.
All right, this is also
a
gonna
$90
be a
game.
workout.
Yeah, totally.
But that's the takeaway, and I think we just we transferred that experience over to the new thing.
Right.
So yes, Voodoo Ranger, exactly right. Mox is mwah.
Yeah.
It is the shit. Now, so it's time to move on. It's time to iterate our traditional ritual, but we do need a vibe.
Heard about it.
Well, let's experience it.
Yeah. Bring it.
Let's see.
Well, yeah, I think that, Jack, I think that's what I really like about all these iterations of Kill Team and whatever Barnes & Noble is doing. They're getting you to buy those models, and then you can eventually build up through all these iterations into a full 40K.
Yeah.
I mean,
Kill Team, I think, wasn't low enough.
Right. But it's just an easy way to get into that space, right?
Yes. Well, they have to make it easier and easier and easier. Kill Team, I mean, that's, $160, $170, at least for the new one.
Right, but well, if you're buying the box, right?
Exactly.
You could easily just buy a simple Kill Team for $40.
Exactly. Well, at Gen Con,
Yeah.
now, so they have the Octarius box, which is sort of like the
Yeah, and
base
there's a whole
unit.
new thing coming out, and I saw a couple of releases.
Well, yeah, there's a whole new box like that is Sisters of Battle Novitiates versus Tau, right?
Son of a bitch, we got to buy that too.
Well, no, so don't worry. Kiko is already craving these Tau. But I'm saying that it's that plus a bunch of, it's going to have its own book and its own campaign.
Oh, interesting.
Right? But they have already taken the Octarius box and broken it into like 3 different products that you can purchase individually. So if you just wanted those orcs or just wanted those Death Guard,
Yeah.
or not the Death Guard, the Death Corps
Deathcore, yeah.
of Krieg. Here, so let's test. Yow. Does it work? It does work.
Whoa!
What weird?
What a weird.
that?
Yeah.
Don't worry.
I mean, it's a test for sure.
We'll
but
change it.
What the hell is going on?
That's a real weird one.
How about vote number 3 to change the fucking?
Yeah, that's grotesque.
Oh, there we go. Got it.
Well, let's see what it is. Okay, so it looks like right now, Eric, we're about Yao's winning.
I mean, Yao would win in my book, but
All right, hey, listen.
I'm not going to thumb that scale.
We're going with Yao. Now, so now all we need to do is generate a vibe.
Sure.
And
What do you want to talk about?
We can take it to the next level. We can talk about whatever we want.
Well, I'm just saying.
It's coffee talk.
Oh yeah. What lore do we want to dive into?
Bag of holding.
Have we not done a bag of holding?
Well, I mean, we could do a bag of holding again, and it would still be good.
Yeah, 'cause-
See you, Monkey House.
You can always find something new in that bag of
Yeah, exactly, right?
holding. God, I'd like to call Chris and get him over for the Feywild book to do something.
He would.
Well, I know he would. Yeah.
New Fey. Yeah, so Feywild, I think we could definitely do. So what is it? What's it like when you brew with these mystical additions?
Yeah.
Right.
When does the book drop?
It's very soon. It's a full court press on the product currently, and so my guess is it's imminent.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, today. It's already dropped. There you go.
Okay. It's already dropped.
Well, then that would actually the Beyond the Witchlight would actually be kind of a cool.
Yeah, I just don't know anything about. I think we say if I can, I'll tag Chris and see if he wants to come over.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, let's
He
just
would be the best to
let's
come in
just
and do
get
a
him
Beyond
out.
the
You mean
Witchlight,
Perkins?
Yeah.
Yeah. We know a plethora.
Yeah.
Hops from the Feywild. I think that could be very fun. So let's pause that for now, and let's jump back in there.
Yeah, hops from the Feywild. That's kind of a neat idea.
Right.
What are magical hops, like corrupted
What's
hops?
the result?
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, that's a cool. We could do a whole. That's like a whole like lineage of beers.
Well, yeah. As typically happens, like when we invite a cool person on, it's like Holly. It's like, listen, this is like the first in a line of stouts.
Right.
And of course, back then we had to, you had to bottle it up and send it down.
Yeah, now I don't. Now I
we
just
can
get to drive it
call
over
her
her
in.
house or
It'd
to
be-
our studio.
She would roll in.
Yeah, totally.
I know she would.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yes, yeah, no, Blind Cleric, I like that. Whoever wins Kill Team gets to do their faction beer.
Oh,
That's
it's going to
good
be
bet.
1,000 Suns. Did we not do 1,000 Suns? I have 170 beers
The
here. I can't
sarcophagus,
remember.
guys? No, it's
Yeah.
too much.
Wait,
Yeah.
did you literally just name that, or was that somebody in the chat? Because that's
Which one?
The
Oh no, it's from a. I was
Oh.
trying to explain Thousand Suns to Mike,
Oh,
and then he's like, they should be called sarcophagi, and it just ended up being one of the strips.
that's brilliant. I didn't see that
Mwah.
strip. Okay,
It
cool.
works good. We did that, and also yes, perfect. Sebastian the Lizard beer. I don't know about that. Now,
We already
Orc,
do one? I think we
like
did a
that.
Sebastian beer.
Yeah, have to bench Stormplace. Have to bench that one until Silas Sybin is legal. Yeah. Now, obviously, that would be a substantial project. Sourcing the parts.
Wait, no, we did 1,000 Suds.
has some
We did
sophistication.
We did.
1,000 Suds. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, 1,000 Suds. We did it. I'm sitting here. I'm like,
No, Demetrius is like 1,000 Suds, I think.
I'm pretty sure we could do this.
Silas Sybir. Now, Graham Baxter says we should get Jasmine on for certainty, and absolutely, absolutely. She executed it. Good Kevin just subscribed. Wow, it's been a minute. I think Eric is absorbing your hair by proximity. There's nothing to absorb. This is just what the man looks like now.
Yeah, this is what COVID did to me.
Yeah, it came after you.
Yeah, with a vengeance.
So there were some other. Yeah, we did Cyberpunk actually. We did
Cyberpunk,
that.
yeah.
We did that sort of like cheap mass market beverage product. Oh yeah, Jasmine would come in for sure. But she's local. She would love to come in. The fact of the matter is, she would come in and do a beer stream, and then she's got mad armies for Kill Team,
Cool.
right? So it would be good time. It would be a good time from noon on if we rolled her into it. Portable whole wheat harvest festival. No, it's definitely not too generic. It's good though. The Lich beer. I like that. I like the phylactery liquid.
Yeah, I mean, that's a fun idea. You can go a lot of ways with the Lich beer, right? Like,
We can investigate that. I think that's
Yeah.
good. Masterclass beer. Obviously, we should get Chris in for that for sure. Stepping into the space. What beer you would choose for someone stepping into the space to first try? Our recommendation is almost always German.
yeah. I mean, either a German or here's the other way you can go with that is a IPA, solely because the reason
These days, IPA is a little bit broader than it used to be.
yeah, but the reason you do an IPA is because if anything screws up in the process, the hops cover up
All sins.
all sins, and that's why breweries do it as well. Not only does it sell really well, but
As an industrial process.
right, you can cover up a lot of mistakes with hops.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
those
yeah.
are two really cool ways to go.
Hey, so Marco Polo, we actually have here locally, there's a brewery called Elysium. I think ultimately they're owned by InBev or whatever. But they do, every year they do a series of pumpkin
Oh yeah.
beers, like the beers of the apocalypse or something
Right,
like
right.
that. So they usually go hog wild. Now, Blind Cleric, I promise you I promise you that there are IPAs that would turn your head. Anything that is addressing the mass market is going to be homogenized to a certain extent. But definitely don't let that fool you. There's really, really solid stuff. Night Owl. See, yeah,
Night Owl.
they bring that back around every year. Mwah. And Elysium doesn't do the thing that most people do, which is just add a lot of spice and make something gross. Yeah. No, they're doing great. They're doing great. Well, here. So let's see. Style. So right now we got one for the airship and one for the Lich.
Wait, let's get something else. I mean, we've already done the airship.
Let's do the third. Did we already do the hard cloud?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, like the old airship?
Yeah. That's
yeah.
what I think, right? It's back in the day. Dwarven beer. I don't think that we have done just straight up dwarven beer. Now, if you want a Tabaxi beer, Graham Baxter, and you're anywhere close, you should check out Kitty Cat Blues from Black Raven.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's got the catnip in the beverage.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, Movement Darkness. When we brought the show back, we did Deep Rock.
Yep.
But not Forgotten Realms or D&D dwarves for sure.
Storm Plays, the first beer on that we ever did was War Priest, which was Omin's beer, and it was an amazing black IPA.
It's a black IPA.
And then a couple years later, we did the inverse of that, and I can't remember the name.
Yeah.
Remember when everything got taken over?
Exactly. Yeah. The inversion, but that was great. And then also, I just have a lot of good memories associated with it. For one, because it was incredible. Mm-hmm. For two, it's because we ended up like the only SCA event I've ever had a chance to go to was we brought that stuff out to an event, and the night before.
That was ridiculous.
We blew the keg just on like weird people coming by, and I mean weird in the best possible way.
Yeah.
But coming by with their drinking horns before the event had even started and loading them up.
Yeah, that was wild.
Yeah. And shellfish, obviously, we've experienced shellfish beers on here.
What if we, Josh, can we still get those, I don't even want to say this, can we still get those crabs?
Which ones? Oh, you mean the Wajimaya crabs? Yeah. Like the
why
spicy
don't we
crab.
just fucking throw those into a beer? See what the hell happens.
We should. Just crank the crustacean factor.
Yeah.
If you want to do like the Dark Sun beer, it's got bugs, crabs.
Yeah.
Like, let's do a couple. I have seen a crab. Oh, no, we're not going to kill any crabs. These crabs have already been killed.
Yeah.
These crabs died already.
So what else we got?
Lich beer. So we need a couple more vibes, and then we'll go hog wild on it. And then, of course, bugbear.
Oh, that's fun.
I like that. Yeah. Now, Incognito, part of the reason that we ate a lot of insects on this show was in preparation for a Dark Sun beer. So we probably have to watch that again to see which one.
We did.
Well,
we did.
It was a horrifying show, but it would help us know which of those bugs we actually thought would be good. Because some of them.
Didn't we make a beer after?
No.
We never did.
No. We just ate insects for an hour and a half. But there is.
Sorry, that whole event was cloudy. Is cloudy for me.
Jesus Christ.
But you like the snails because they taste like green tea.
That's true.
No, it was odd. Like they weren't all bad. That's the weirdest part about the snails and bugs. There was a worm that tasted like a smoked cashew, and that's fucking weird.
Yeah. The best part was like I'm sitting here reading, looking at the box, and I'm like, Josh, are these edible? He's like, yeah, it's great for humans. Clearly on the box says not for human
do
consumption.
not eat.
Yeah.
Are you a person?
It was great.
No eat. If you can read this, no eat.
Yeah.
All right. Banana slugs, yeah. I mean, I can see.
I think, let's do a Dark Sun beer. Mm-hmm. I mean, because there's actually a lot of cool ways to go with that. Because we could talk about, how dragons are made in Dark Sun, right? Like,
no, there's crazy lore potential.
Yeah.
And then we can go through. All we have to do is watch that show to see which of those bugs had the smoked flavor. I mean, I remember some of the tastes. Because some of them were like savory, some of them had like a nutty taste. We could just grab those ingredients and put them in. Thri-Kreen beer is the insect beer, clearly, yeah.
Oh, like psionics beer? That's fun.
Get that gage.
Sigil,
Sigil beer,
hey.
I think we might have.
I don't think we did. We have not done a sigil.
Not directly, yep. All right, here we go. Take a look.
Sigil would be really fun to think about as a concept.
It's a good hook.
You might want to choose a different thing that one
Oh, it is?
Wait, what?
No problem. Here. Sorry, everybody. Let me choose a hyper legible format.
We've done some Planescapes. Blind Cleric, you're right. We've done some Planescape stuff, but yeah, we've never done something specific for Sigil.
Mm-hmm. Now, see if this Minecraft one has the legibility you're looking for.
We just went full JRPG.
Yeah. I can hear the music. Dun, 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 dun.
Man, so when are we putting together the Rock Band stream?
Oh man. So did you track down an instrument?
No, but I can get one for $30 off eBay real quick.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And I just happened to, the one that I had was from the 360 era.
Yeah.
I
So
had
do we still have to play it on, like, I mean, is it, so it's on the new Xbox, right?
Absolutely. Well, because everything from the Xbox One on,
Yeah,
it's all
it's still compatible.
So if you grab
The
Rock
Xbox-
Band 4,
yeah.
or Rock Band 4 with Rivals Pack, which is what I grabbed, you install that, and then if you have one of the 360 ones from that era, they were wireless.
Yeah,
and so you just sync it up.
Yeah, it just syncs.
Yeah. So the issue that some people have is like having to plug in these specific adapters
Oh,
for
right,
the old
right, right,
USB
right,
ones.
right.
But this one actually works fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, Orion Rogue. What's that?
Real guitar ones.
Oh yeah?
Wait, what?
Their ones.
Like
Wait, what is it?
like for like Rocksmith?
For Rock Band. They were for Rock Band.
Oh, that's right.
Wait, they had a,
Actual guitar strings and everything.
really?
Actually, so it has a little thing that pops up, and you can actually play it as an electric guitar and plug it in.
Yeah. What? No. There was a specific. It was a Fender one or something, right?
Yep, Fender.
Yeah, there was a specific era that had that. And then this is what I was talking to Eric about yesterday, just over SMS. So if you're playing the keyboard at the maximum difficulty, that's just playing the piano. And like drums, that's drums.
That's drums, yeah.
Like especially with the big kits, that's just playing drums. Because everything is all timed, and it's all the correct
Right.
body movements, and then singing obviously is singing, right? I mean, because there was a period of time where it's just like, hey, learn to play a real instrument. There is a threshold at which you're doing it.
Yeah.
Ritzbits, thank you so much. Oh man, well we used to warm up the stage. We used to have like 4v4.
Really?
In the Omegathon. We would like take those groups and put 4 people
That's
in.
great. Yeah.
And it went pretty well for the most part. But it was a
such
different era.
Yeah, it was such a fun game for both like Guitar Hero, Rock Band for like a decade, right?
It was
and then
awesome. It was awesome. Now, Jim Swords, yes, that's true. The Ion drum set has a MIDI out.
Yeah.
You can actually just play.
Yeah.
Loot Hero, finally.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah, Flagusco, some people have that skill, right? Now, so they want the Dark Sun beer, and we're ready to give it to them. So yeah,
So what do we like? There's a couple cool concepts we can explore in Dark Sun, right? Like first, I like the thought of a dragon beer because what is it?
So scary.
10,000 souls or 100,000 souls?
It depends. What in aggregate? I don't
Like,
remember.
there was like a number of souls of Wizard had to consume.
There's a point at which they need to be consuming like 1,000 hit dice.
Yeah.
Of like unwilling living creatures.
Right.
Right, and that's like one stage.
Right.
I mean, that's like one of the higher ones. It's a huge deal. But basically, in Dark Sun, there's no native dragons. They have drakes and elemental magic. So even clerics don't have access to gods. Right. They just worship individual elements or para-elements or quasi-elements, right? They have options, but they're not divinities the way that we think of them. And dragons there are actually wicked sorcerers.
Right, who have corrupted themselves.
Yeah, defilers who achieve 20th level and then achieve 20th level psionics. And then now that they're multi-classed with 40 levels, then they start casting a spell that over 10 levels progresses them into another creature. Yeah, Dark Sun absolutely has giants for sure. Mm-hmm. They also have mules, which are like half dwarves, which none of the other settings have. But yes, so obviously the dragons there are crazy.
Okay.
They also have Avangians, which is basically the preserver opposite of a defiler.
Right.
They basically become angelic creatures until they're almost nothing but light.
Right.
Which is kind of fresh.
Fun. We could do a psionic spear. We could do Evangelion.
Yeah, exactly. And not just armor. And it isn't just because it's so scarce. Obviously, it's heavy as well, but you can't really wear it out in the sun.
Yeah, that's true.
You get a bunch of negatives,
That's
actually.
an interesting question. Like, what's a scarce water beer, right? Like, what's a
Yeah.
beer where...
Well, I mean, it still happens. I mean, the thing about like potions and things like that, they tend to be enchanted fruits,
Yeah, I think it would...
which is kind of crazy.
It
It would
would-
be like a fruit of extra healing.
Right. But if it was a scarcity, it would be also not just water, but of every other kind of aspect that you would put into a beer, every other ingredient.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. That's like water, and
So it would be like a smash beer almost.
Exactly, and the spells to create water still work, but the issue, of course, is that casting spells requires living energy. So you can feel pretty confident that the Sorcerer Kings don't care about water. Their acolytes will just kill themselves creating it, right? Yeah, so dragons, Avangians, psionics, we like all this. This is all very, very good. Yeah, a dry beer would be great.
Yeah,
just as
yeah,
a joke.
yeah, super,
You
yeah.
would basically do that brute IPA.
Right, exactly. It would just be, you'd be parched. It'd be super dry.
Okay, here. So dragons, Avangians, and psionics in general. Let's just get this out there, figure out which of these to go into, and then we can use, concepts like a dry beverage. Right? We can use those concepts. We can manifest them in ways that would hit the palate in a way that's something like a pun. Right? Yes. Now, obsidian factors substantially into both dragons and psionics. So Demetrius, an Evangian, is basically the polar opposite of a dragon in Dark Sun. So dragons are wicked sorcerers who master psionic energy so that they can cast the spells required to over 10 levels transform themselves into a dragon. Imagine that the 0 point progresses in a negative on the number line and positive. So the positive portion of that is essentially an angelic creature. And instead of consuming life, they protect and heal it. That's the preserver path for the advanced creature. How do you get astringency into a beer in a sensible way?
That's an interesting question.
Yeah, I mean,
You could do it with the yeast. You could do it with
yeast. I think that I consider rye to have a little bit of an astringency.
Yeah.
Yep, tea.
Tea, absolutely. And now that actually, what's interesting, I forgot about this. Now that we can kind of travel again, we got to touch base with Morgan because we still need to brew her tea beer
Yes.
and get her up for another game of Kill
Well,
Team.
yeah, and she's rad.
Yeah.
And she's got a bunch of Tyranids, which work completely different in the second one.
Oh
So it
yeah,
might
I
be
could only imagine. I want to see the rematch
It's
now.
yucky. Well, because it wouldn't be an arena, so it wouldn't be necessarily about these tunnels
Yeah.
and stuff. That could be a scary game. Yeah, Voodoo Ranger Rye is definitely a.
Really, I love rye.
I mean, I love it too, but I can
think-
understand.
Yeah, I guess it is it's a certain kind of barrier. It's like
Light.
you with
wood.
and barrel aged stuff.
But the Nine Ladies
Same.
Dancing hits a wood note, like a savory barreled note, without any wood.
Yeah, it's very light,
Yeah.
right? Like the cocoa nib and
But I
the
can
coffee.
get there. All right. So psionics is the choice. So let's start moving into that
Okay, so what do we?
into that realm. So in terms of style, I guess we got to figure out,
I mean,
right?
that's kind of neat because so what do we look at or think about with psionics? Is it effervescent, right? Because it's a light,
Yeah,
it's
it's
a mental
it's in this
attack.
other realm. And then, psionics, at least in Dark Sun fiction, are sort of represented as taking place almost in another realm.
Right. So, God, what does that say? What type of styles would we get?
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to think. So if it's effervescent, I still think Brut IPA still works because it's going to be effervescent and dry because of the yeast, which might be fun.
Okay.
Giant head and Goombalax. The psionics, it means it has a lot of head retention, which I think is pretty funny.
What is, God, those Australian sparkling.
Dude, honestly, that's another great choice. I think that was good. Like the one that we came up with for that was really good.
Yeah, I want to throw that into the mix because I think that is almost the exact iteration of what psionics. Like it just
Australian
seems.
Sparkling IPA is the style name, right? Yeah.
Right.
So the Sparkling IPA has a similar vibe, but the Brut IPA specifically uses a champagne yeast. Yeah, some parts of it incognito. Later box sets sort of showed where these like cannibal halflings had retained jungles outside of that realm. Eventually it's revealed that it's only the place that all these city-states live that are screwed up. Now it's a huge area, and it's bordered by a sea of silt, but beyond that.
What do you think about a lambic?
Yeah, a lambic would be
It's
strange.
It's fruit and it's sour and effervescent, right? Like it.
Yep. Very organic. Yeah, those are great. Basically, it's getting at that effervescence.
Right.
It's just going to arrive at it with the tangy flavor.
That keeps hitting that idea of effervescence for psionics. Just keeps pinging off.
It's work.
Right.
I mean, it is the correct approach, I think. A date lambic,
Ooh.
God, that would be like a liquor. That would be crazy. So syrupy.
You've had bacon wrapped dates, right?
Yeah.
That's just like that
Savory,
idea.
the savory vibe.
The savory of. Yeah, a date lambic.
Wow, they're finally going to give us a lambic. We've certainly put it out there before, but people generally don't bite.
Well, either way, on any of these, we win. Like the Australia.
Oh no, these are
those
all
Australian
pro
sparkling.
tier. Are you looking for another sip?
Yeah.
Okay. These are all great. Nothing bad's going to happen if we enjoy these products.
Oh, interesting. Pomegranate. Graham, that's a great.
Pomegranate is an interesting choice, isn't it?
There you go.
It's bottle conditioned, so I'll
Let it sit a bit.
I'll handle some of that product down there. All right. So what bottle conditioned means is that some of the fermentation continues inside the bottle, which is to say you're going to have some yeast down at the bottom. And so if you pour it in an inexpert way, as I have, you're going to get a little bit of extra product here. Let's put this out here.
Little extra
Here. So
love in the
Josh, can I put both of these out here? Is that camera still looking right?
Oh yeah.
This is what I mean. So let's say maybe one of them is clear and novel, and then one of them is maybe.
Oh wow! Yeah, you got the gritty.
Yeah, I win.
Yeah. Have fun going to the bathroom at night.
Yeah, it's going to be people were warning me last time about auto fermentation syndrome. Did you hear about this?
No, what? Is that where you just naturally produce alcohol in your body?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird, right?
How do we not have this?
I don't know, but man, that's got to be weird as hell.
Yeah, it happened because somebody they ate a sandwich and then they got pulled over for drunk driving. Like that's the that's the situation.
Can you imagine that? It's like, yeah, I had a roast beef sandwich. Sir, you're blowing a .1.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what would that even? I think that you would just assume you were going crazy.
Yeah.
Right? You would just be like, wow,
yeah.
I guess I'm nuts.
Yeah.
All the ones that you make in the office are bottle conditioned, though, right? Well, we don't really bottle them.
No, we keg everything.
Everything gets kegged here, and then when we pull, we're pulling it off the top of that stuff.
Yeah, we've already done a secondary fermentation.
Exactly.
And then we keg right at the end to brighten it up and carbonate it.
Yeah, but it's decanted off of that goop. That's not really part of the. That's not really part of the process. It's sort of a. It's a craft thing for sure. All right, so lambic it is.
I love it. So
I think so too. Well, and the lambic is also funny because, like I was saying, the potions, they've already covered all of this in Dark Sun.
Yeah,
Potions
totally.
tend to be enchanted fruits as opposed to liquids.
Right.
And so lambic is like, it's a flawless choice.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about our ABV. Where do we want to go with this in terms of Dark Sun? So typically it ranges between 5 and 7%.
Wow, I've never had a lambic that strong.
No.
Wild.
So is this one to get you through the desert? Is it one as
what
you
type of
go to
sonic
the
power?
oasis?
Yeah,
Exactly.
Are we talking about a defensive?
Oh, that's a
Are we
fun.
talking about something that's more defensive, or are we
Yeah.
talking about something that's more aggressive?
Right.
All right, and I got my notes out, ready to go.
GM Rocky, yeah, my hair got a little longer.
Yeah,
It's a little ridiculous.
cooler.
Fucking badass.
Rock hair. He rode a motorcycle here.
Yeah. With flamethrowers.
I heard 70s rock emerging from no place I could define. It was just, I assume it's from the hair.
Yeah. Judas Priest just blaring.
Get your motor running, etc.
Yeah.
Yeah, he ate the motorcycle. Arr, right in the parking lot. Lambic pentameter, you dork.
Wow.
That's full-on dork stuff.
Meatloaf vibes? Really? Am I that big, Rocky? Okay, I get it. I got to lose a pound or two.
Just
messing with you.
All right. So what are you thinking about here? No, they want the aggressive psionic weapon. Let's give it to him.
Cool, I love it. All right. So let's talk about color. Josh, you want to throw up the ye old screen? So a color is usually between 3 and 7, but that obviously changes depending on the fruit you put in.
Totally.
Like if we put in a raspberry, that's going to dramatically alter the color.
Well, a lot of the color part of the experience is going to come from that. But if we go 3, 5, 7.
No, I'm just messing with you, Rocky. No worries.
If we go 3, 5, 7, we'll have a variety of
Right.
options.
Yeah,
in terms of goldenness.
Goom just said it. If we put a date in there, like if we actually did use date, it would probably bring it.
It would look like it would look like a stout or
Right.
a porter, probably is my guess, and it would be appropriate for the desert. Man, that would be really rich. Honestly,
Yeah. Can we get? I mean, where do
Easy.
you get dates? Just like
we'd be able to get.
I mean, is
I don't
there
know
a Tinder
about
for?
yeah. I mean,
dates?
I don't know about. I don't know about fresh dates. Well, that's something that we'll investigate. I think that the dates that we're most familiar with are probably the sort of dried, chewy,
Right.
which the fact of the matter is, especially like in something like a barley wine or really malty things that rest for a long time, date is a very traditional flavor in that type of beer.
I think it'd be really fun to play around. It's just one of the options. We're not tipping.
I'm using the number, sorry. Did I do it again? I don't know about if I did it again, but yeah, I think I did.
Yeah, Beckenbauer is right. Fresh dates are like the color of apricots.
Yeah, here. So let's do 3, 5, not 5, 5, 7.
Dilf's dates I'd like to ferment. Times. Way to go, man. That was
Listen, that's how
Brilliant.
I know
you won the show.
you got Josh with that one times. That's how you know that it worked. Even Josh responded to your pun. But no, that Belgian golden ale, that
Yeah.
hoppy Belgian golden
Brilliant.
ale. It's just perfect.
This
There's just nothing
this is
wrong.
another brew. This is a brewery I'd like to visit. Kind of like
Bilf. A Bilv. I think it's got him again. No, it's Bilv.
Bill. Oh, yo, how
Bilv.
many bills you got?
Breweries I'd like to visit. I don't know if that's a common term, but let's
We're gonna
we're making it happen.
put it into the
We're
lexicon.
gonna will it. It's gonna be.
Yeah.
This is gonna be our. God, what is it? Fetch. We're gonna make this happen. Breweries I'd like to.
frequent.
I love it. I've got it installed.
Yeah.
That classic venue. Nah, it's close.
Okay.
It's close, but ultimately, it's got to be 7.
Okay. Great. So, Ibu, between 0 and 10. I mean, with the Lambic, you don't need high IBUs.
Well, they're not about that.
No, it's all about the fruit flavor that you're bringing to the table.
But what's the range?
0 to 10.
So there's some that just don't have it.
Yeah, just straight
It's
up.
just the tangy.
Yeah,
fruit and the yeast flavor.
but when you do it that way, it becomes more sour, right? Because there's nothing.
It would. There's nothing to bounce it off at all. So maybe 0, 5, 10. None of which. I mean, every one of these is, a Goza might be a 10. It's rare. Now, do you see how I've used the words?
Whoa. Not saying you're getting better at this, but
Yeah,
getting
times
better at
it's
this.
always a good time. Yeah, I mean, it's shocking, but I've managed it. But yes, times. There's nothing about that I don't understand. At a refined, perhaps even HDR level.
now that you found the button on your monitor, you can-
Yeah, HDR goes on. Yeah. So let me tell you briefly while this vote is running, what I'm being tooled for, and it's correct.
it was amazing.
Frankly, it's correct.
It was the highlight.
So I have
month.
spent a lot of time trying to get in my HDR to function correctly, and I thought that I had finally done it, and then I found a button on the monitor that turns HDR on and off. So, I mean, after what I would describe as a lot of problems with it, getting it ready to go. And then, this is the worst part, coming to believe I had
You
resolved
watched it. You're like, oh my
And I
God,
was like,
HDR is amazing.
This is a life-changing experience. And it's a button. It's a button that you push.
That looked, but in your defense, it looked exactly like a sticker that would have been on the monitor. That's the thing.
There was a sticker on the front, and it said HDR, and then it sort of was by the button.
Yeah.
Now that being said, HDR is in a very weird state
Yeah,
on
yeah.
Win 10. Let's be clear about that. Hey, so it's 5. It's right in the middle there.
Cool. Okay. All right. So let's talk about our base grains for this. So we can go one of two ways, I think. We can go with Golden Promise because we want this to be still light. Traditionally, you use Pilsner malt.
Yeah, so that it just does its work and gets out of the way, right?
So if we want to say we want this to be more fruity and
Yeah.
really let the fruit that we choose to do the talking, we go with the Pilsner malt, or we could use Golden Promise, which is going to add a little bit of sweetness to it.
Yeah.
Still be light and pale.
Still, right? So Pilsner, crisp, will elevate fruit, and then, but I mean, they're both good. The only difference is that the Golden Promise is going to have a little bit of extra,
A little, like a touch of sweetness to it.
exactly, a little more syrupy flavor. Speaking of which,
Yeah, why don't you whip that out and... Oh, that's all right. Taste that. Yeah, it's Pilsner. There you go. Man, I love Golden Promise.
It kicks ass.
I would literally just eat that as a snack.
Why wouldn't you? Yeah. No,
There is clearly a difference between those two.
and it's not close. The Pilsner just lies flat on the tongue, which is what it's supposed to do.
Right, it's supposed to be clean and dry and clear. Whereas you go with the Golden Promise, right? And
I mean, I would say it's
yeah.
at least twice. Let me put this away.
No, here, like you can show the difference in.
Oh, yeah. So take a look just at the color. Right?
That
a little bit darker.
A little darker, and that you know,
Little
is
richer.
the sugar content,
That's
right?
the taste, right? And I mean, I would say that it is at least twice as sweet. Like, it is a lot sweeter. Now, it's a lot sweeter to the palate, but it doesn't really change. I mean, what does that change in terms of the ABV?
Yeah, it's not a dramatic shift flavor-wise. Like, it's not like mind-blowingly sweeter, but
Yeah.
it doesn't really turn the needle that much. But it's just enough where you will notice the
experientially,
difference.
you know.
Yeah.
You know which one it is.
The Granial Bleachers.
Oh, do they drop another? Do they drop another run of PS5s?
Really?
Did not win. It sounds like. Yeah, I mean, the truth is that Mike had to buy his. He bought his like in a parking lot.
Yeah, he literally went to a fixer. I mean,
Like
I don't even
like
want to know what he-
Cyberpunk. You know,
I don't want to know what he did for that in the parking lot. Like, that's the.
Well, apparently there is a place that you can go. I guess it was outside of a police station. There is like a place where you can go. They have it like marked out where you can basically exchange goods in a place that is like mutually safe.
It's like a DMZ for
Yeah, basically
goods?
it's a DMZ for like Craigslist or something. I don't know.
All right.
Pilsner it is. They want the flat and they want the fruit to be the big deal. Yeah, the only thing that I would get a PS5 for is something that they really, really wouldn't let me play on the PS4. Right?
I'd get it for the new Witcher game.
Oh, the update.
No, aren't they? Didn't they announce a new Witcher game?
Well, they announced it, but I mean that's going to be
Sure.
years out.
Yeah,
But
so it'll
yes,
probably be at PS6 by then.
PS6, but guaranteed, dude. That's going to be a launch title exclusive.
Yeah.
PlayStation 6.
Okay, so. Oh, geez, $900, $1,200.
Yeah.
You think it's worth that?
I don't know.
don't know.
If you have a PlayStation
just
already,
I'm a PlayStation nut, so it's.
Agavesi. Yeah, I was just gonna say, if you're looking for that new Spider-Man, you want to get, you want to get the crazy newest shit, or Wolverine,
the Final Fantasy stuff too, right?
Final Fantasy stuff, and
That's all-
Wolverine.
yeah.
That I would say that. So the people who like Insomniac is going from Spider-Man to Wolverine.
Right.
That's probably going to be solid. Oh yeah, when you announce the PS6, PS5s, absolutely go get them for sure. Now, I mean, I'm going to start looking seriously for a Xbox Series X when Forza Horizon comes out. Like
I can, yeah.
you can play it on PC too, but those games for me are console.
So
I'm not saying it makes sense, but those are console games.
I'm flirting around with the idea of, because I don't have a lot of space in my apartment.
zone?
Like, so I can't build the full rig like Mike has.
Yeah.
With a a full seat.
a bunch of shit.
But
you mean for racing?
Yeah, for racing. So I'm experimenting with the idea of getting the new Quest, right, for VR racing.
And then,
but then
USB-C to the PC.
Exactly, USB to the PC.
Use the Oculus Link.
Yep. Or I'm trying to see if there's a way that you can Bluetooth just the steering wheel right to the Quest, and then you don't even need the PC, right?
Well, I think that iRacing is still still PC exclusive.
Oh, is it only PC? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So get your wheels set up,
Yeah.
and then just get a grip on that. But I think that you'll be totally dialed in. The truth is, if Mike could do it, he would continue to race in VR. The issue is that he just physically can't pull it off.
Right.
But when he does, his times are better.
Right.
So we play VR stuff all the time. If you can play VR stuff, then you should do it.
Yeah. Like,
Right?
I
Being
am
able to look to your left is a big deal.
Yeah, that Fanatec control, I'm nuts over. It's a full.
they're doing.
It's a full F1.
It looks like an actual rig.
Yeah, it's like $400 for the control, but then you got to buy the steering
It's
column
the
behind
direct
it.
drive thing, right?
Yeah, and I'm like, that's like $1,200. I'm like, oh,
It's like a platform,
yeah,
basically. All right,
yeah.
beer.
Anyways, beer. Yeah, sorry.
Sorry, we're talking about racing.
Okay, so next, I think the most important thing we can choose now
is what fruit?
Yeah.
Yep. So again, fruit, that's sort of what gets enchanted to make the potions in this particular world. Dates, I think, are very traditional for this.
I think dates are
for this context.
Yep. What do we think? I feel like for some reason pomegranate sticks.
Pomegranate kicks ass. I mean, pomegranate is going to be really sweet, very tangy. It is almost the perfect pomegranate juice. I would say is almost the perfect flavor profile for a lambic.
Yeah.
Fully finished lambics taste like pomegranate juice.
Do you know how to actually get the juice out? Because I just learned this like yesterday.
What's the system?
Like you just cut the end off and roll it.
Oh, and that internal structure just crushes it?
Crushes all the seeds and the juice just pours out.
Hell yeah.
I did not know this. I'm like, this is the life hack I needed. Because I'm like, why would anybody sit here and eat these pomegranate seeds because it's a pain in the ass?
Oh, yeah. Well, I know about the juicing, but I finally developed a system for. There's some TikToks, obviously.
Yeah, a lot of it.
I can extract the seeds now relatively quickly.
Yeah, no, you literally just cut the end off and roll roll the fruit, and then the juice just pours out.
Exquisite. Now, pawpaw, I don't think...
Elite Dangerous in VR is Neekman is the most amazing thing ever.
Yes.
Sorry, love it. Anyways, where are we going with?
Yeah. The interiors, the thing about X-Wing Neekman is that the interiors are just executed at the highest
haven't
level.
tried it in VR yet. I need to go back to it.
Hopefully they fixed it all now. It was Goof Troop for a minute there.
Yeah.
Pawpaws grow naturally and wild, even in the U.S.
What is a pawpaw?
I thought a pawpaw was a papaya, but it's a separate thing. They sort of grow on these trees.
What the hell is that?
Yeah, exactly.
America's best secret food?
Yeah, I thought it was a secret. I thought it was just another word for
The
something.
largest edible fruit trees native to North America.
Right?
Why is this not like a...
Why are they in the Jungle Book then?
Yeah, but I think that their secret here.
Wow.
Well, here, I mean, can you throw it over to the HDMI? Because these, I mean, if I look at this one in the upper left, I mean, that looks pretty juicy.
Right?
I mean, that looks like a pudding or something. Yeah, I would like to eat that.
I want to know how big they are because
They're not too long. It's all like a 12-0 sort of.
I mean, those look great.
Yeah. And they're supposed to taste incredible.
Can we get them?
Incredible. Well, pawpaw would definitely give us an alien vibe.
Right.
We would be able to track down pawpaw fruits if we needed to. Man, these fruit choices turned out crazy. Is the consistency like Mikado? So let's get some tasting notes on these pawpaws.
Pawpaw taste.
Pawpaw fruit taste.
Taste. Good thing I'm still on images. Derp.
Here we go. A cross between a mango and a banana.
What?
Fuck yeah.
I want to have like milkshakes out of it.
Yeah, I want to get that pawpaw lassi.
Right?
That's what I need.
What is pawpaw and why is it so magical? Fuck, I want to know now.
Yeah, please tell me more about this mystic fruit. What do you mean banana and mango? So it's got like the flat, broad sweet of a banana.
It's like is
plus
that like
the
a
mango sweetness?
Orange Julius, essentially?
Yes. Now that's great. So it's going to have that sharp.
Is Orange Julius still a thing? I can't remember.
Totally.
That was a mall thing, right?
Yeah. It happens. And the pretzels, like the Auntie.
The Auntie Anne's. Annie Anne's, yeah. Those were great. The cinnamon and sugar pretzels.
I have eaten a cup. I thought that the mall was done.
I love the mall. I'm sorry. I miss going to the mall.
Well, no, and this is what Ronya and her friend, her cousin Cora, like that's what they wanted to.
That's great. I want mall ratting to become a thing again.
No,
I miss that shit.
She's like, we just want you to drop us off at the mall, and I was like,
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, exactly. But it's like, in a slightly better world, we can do this. But it's just like, I didn't think that was even aspirational anymore. But they're like, yeah, why don't you just drop us off? Now, prickly pear is baller. Prickly pear has a bubblegum flavor. It's really good.
The prickly pear candy that you can get is like real good.
And the syrups.
Yep.
Oof. All right. No, they transformed, like almost by themselves, they transformed Mike into a drinker of cocktails. Prickly pear margaritas
Oh,
were a
right.
life-changing experience for him. I guess he didn't know that like a drink could taste good.
Yeah.
He found out.
Change quick.
He found out. So they want this pawpaw. So this is gonna
This is a fucking quest. Where the hell do we get pawpaws?
we'll be able to track them down because they've been harvested now. Such things can be tracked down, and so we'll get them.
Yeah.
Well, we'll presumably we'll be able to.
I mean, there's got to be. The problem, our fruit stands are all closed down. Or no, are they closed down right now?
No,
They're about to
No,
be.
no. You can. Yeah, there might be one extra. There might be
got a month.
one extra round.
Okay. So next, the question is: do we want to put wheat in this or not?
What would it do?
Give it a wheaty flavor.
Yeah.
So I mean, you got in a lambic, you can add up to about 30 to 40% of it.
Okay.
Make it wheaty. So it's going to give it. So in terms of psionics, is it a little bit more? Is it like a
Grounded.
yeah,
Right.
as opposed to more levitating type of.
Yeah. Exactly. It
Sounds like-
bring us down a little more discipline.
Candied pawpaw might be a thing, maybe.
Yeah. So wheat, I mean, we know what it tastes like. We've had it. But the basic idea is that something like a shredded wheat biscuit, like that sweetness, that's what we mean when we say it has a wheat flavor. It's just it would provide a little bit different structure, especially compared to the Pilsner, which is just not in your face. We're going to extract wheat sugars from it, but it's not up in your business 24/7. Man, it's right now it seems
That's a fight. No,
right now it seems like no thank you emoji.
Yeah, but it was weedy. There we go.
Let the battle commence.
Classic Josh move.
Split the room. I can't get enough.
Where'd the other one go?
It smells too good.
Jeff's-
It's over here. It's mine.
okay.
This is my private. This
Where's my pot? It's mine.
is my private supply.
That stash.
Yeah. Oh, HOTUS is
Yeah.
that's part of the RP. Like a big part of the elite experience is just sort of feeling like you're doing it. And if you have this, you're half of the way there.
Right.
And then if you have this, and then you have a VR thing
Oh
on,
my God, it's just amazing.
because your hands are like on the
And
devices
that's
in
why,
there.
why I was so excited about
visual UI.
Squadrons. You know.
Yeah. But it came out and then it had some issues and then
Right.
it went away and it was fine. But if they let you do co-op in the campaign, life would be very different. That's what I wanted.
Right.
Right. Yeah. Agavesi, I know they've put a bunch of patches out, and so that's why I
Well-
think it's still worth getting the Oculus Link, because those ship interiors
Right.
are as good as they can be.
I mean, we've experienced the same thing with Mech Warrior, right? Like that
Yes.
came out, and then it had a lot of improving to do, and then we
still doing it.
And then we went back in and played it, and it was
Yeah, they changed the grind in it already. Here, so no thank you. They want Pilsner and Pawpaw,
we're done.
and then we're Gucci.
Let's talk about hops.
Exactly. Hops.
So what
And
flavors do we
only
want?
for 5% of this ABV. I mean, only for it's a IBU of 5 total.
Right.
So it's really just an accent in here,
Yeah.
right?
So, but what out of this flavor chart? What do we want to experience? Is
Yeah.
it? And think about this with the pawpaw.
Exactly, with the banana mango. So do we just back it up with a little citrus?
That's kind of fun, right?
Or do we go herbal? Citrus, easy to get. I mean, that's a
floral
very
citrus,
common. That's a very common thing out there.
Right. Totally.
Yeah, that's the main thing I was getting off of the Centennial. Which, I mean, I've had beers with Centennial before, but like a wet hop Centennial has got incredible floral taste. that it manages to be subtle. Too much floral has like a grandma's perfume type taste.
Yeah, I can see where you're going. Yeah.
We don't want that, but yeah, I think let's put these out there. See what you think. Gritty sand. That's not one of them. That's not one of the flavors. Incognito. Grab.
Citrus?
Ditrus?
Ditrus.
Yeah.
Like
Dit-
detritus?
Yeah, like psionic ditrus.
You know what it
You
is.
haven't heard about that?
It's citrus.
It's totally.
You know
you're
which
you're
one
totally
it is.
not in the know.
Skin cells? That's disgusting.
I don't want to drink that. I don't want to drink someone's body. Ew. Ew.
Yeah, Well, I mean, this is about psionics, so when we
Yeah.
think about it,
Ultimately, it's like we're beyond.
yeah. Actually, that's if floral's winning, that kind of makes sense, right? I mean, that
works.
really goes with the. And I say that,
Ground
and Josh
level.
just tips the fucking scales.
That ground cover.
Yeah.
Never marked. That's correct.
The Grandmaster of Flowers.
Okay. Well, I think it's going to end up being
I think
floral.
is. I mean, it's a good.
But it's going to be a cool choice along with this super rich fruit, right?
So I mean, what the hell is anathium?
I've never heard.
What is that? How do you?
Otnum, I think.
Otnum?
Yeah, that sounds like a Washington word.
How do you spell that again? Jesus.
AHT.
You got it right there. It's a place.
Oh.
Oh yeah, Agavesi says Otnum is good for lambics. Well, there you go.
Grapefruit and other citrus.
As well as floral aromas and tones of pine and earth. Yep. That's it.
Okay. I say we put that on the list. Throwing that one out there.
Yeah.
We could do. Oh, what about a Hallertau
Blanc.
Blanc?
Yep. That's the right one. That's got fruit and melon.
It's a honeydew.
Man, that could be interesting. It's kind of a rich sweet. Cluster? What's cluster?
I'll give you the. Well, let's check out the flavor profile.
Cluster hop. Talking about a cluster hop.
Spicy floral.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, classic.
Yeah.
I mean that's a psionic punch, right? Like,
That's a cool combo too.
yeah. Okay, I say we go with those. Those all sound great. Because remember, we don't need to make this super hoppy. No, this is very light.
And whatever we add is just going to be a an accent on the rest of it. But a little bit of spice, and again, in this it'd be pretty minor, but it would give you a little bit of that low down sort of a spice in hops is sort of like a bassy, earthy type note. That's usually what you're getting to with that stuff. So like all, I can't get away from
can't
these
get enough
hops,
of it,
dude. Like all of these flavor profiles, it's very much, there's some poetry, but earthy and spicy are often sort of commingled.
a nice sound.
Man, that's rough. They're going crazy on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
Autumn looks great. I mean, there's definitely something cool.
Yeah, if we don't use it here, we'll definitely try it for something else.
Yeah. Ah, there we go. Hallertau just ran away with it
Really?
there at the end. Yeah, they jumped in big time at the end. But
Honeydew, I think.
what's that? It's the honeydew. Yeah, it's going to be a great combo with the banana mango, right?
Well, Jesus, what was our IBU?
5. So easy peasy. Like
A fucking drop.
just a nibble.
A pellet. There you go.
There you go.
A pellet.
All right. IBU 5. Looking good. All right. So now we just need
We're gonna go with
Lambic yeast. It's sort of, it's a.
So there's a Belgian Lambic blend that is the classic one.
Yeah.
This is what we think of. It gives us the soury notes that we're looking for. We could also get a little bit out there and go with a champagne yeast. Think about that.
Get that dryness.
Effervescent,
Well, and
dry, fruity. That's a really cool way to look at it.
That's a really.
Or we could just go with a Brettanomyces Lambic. That's going to be, again, Belgian and cherry pie. So everybody can see.
Oh wow, dude! This is This is a cool. That's a cool range.
Yeah.
Right there, and that obviously that Brett Lambic. We just throw that fermenter away, I guess.
You just use iodine.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. We know how to shock
It's like torching it, right? It's like, oh, there's a spider, light it on fire.
Yeah, it's from orbit.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Agavese, you can do the old style Lambic brewing just with the air. Yeah, in specific places on Earth, you don't want the wild yeast just from any old place.
Yeah, especially not now. I just feel like we're tempting the gods with this one.
No.
I don't need anything wild getting into my beer at this point.
Yeah, just a quick jaunt to Belgium. We'll bring the wort with us, obviously.
There's a theme song. There's montage music,
We
right?
know how it is. We're gonna get some locally appropriate stuff. Champagne yeast, it is. All right, now so we have our psionic beer. We've got these crazy pawpaws. We've got a cool yeast and novel hop. Very simple.
Novel hop?
A Nobel hop.
Ah, there you go.
But next, we need the name that is correct.
Fermental acuity. I like that. Theater of the mind. Great.
It's great. Well, incognito, you have to make sure that they don't reassemble themselves.
Brewery of the mind. Ah, okay.
Oh, interesting. Like theory of the mind?
Iambic pentameter. The road to Erdrunk. Love it.
Extra sensory pills.
What rough yeast? Yeah, there you go.
Sacrilege.
Wow.
Think juice. I like that.
Telekinetic. That's just aces.
Dork.
Aces. Hallertau projection. Iambic pentameter.
Oh!
Mind pars.
I like it.
Mark the date would be great if we actually use dates.
True. True.
I'm interested in this pawpaw now.
Yeah. Well, we'll get extra and eat it.
Yeah, just eat the pawpaw. It'd be like the nicest thing we've eaten on this show.
Yeah. It's not it doesn't have a carapace.
Yeah. I'm going to eat it with legs.
Okay, let's give that a try.
Psionic mnemonic.
Well, Underdog Egg, let us know.
Have you watched Johnny Mnemonic?
The old movie?
Yeah.
I never did. I
my
was always so.
fucking God.
Is it cool? I was always so scared.
You shut your mouth, Josh.
Listen, it's not good.
Anything
I was always-
that gets me a little bit of cyberpunk is
Yeah.
great. I don't care what it is.
I was always
we don't
scared.
get it enough.
No, that's actually true.
Yeah.
But I was always
Funny though.
I was always scared for the right reasons.
No, it's great.
Well, no, it's bad, funny, but it's bad enough that it's funny, and it's, Keanu, so it's
True.
like adorable.
Yeah, you go back and he's sweet somehow.
Yeah.
No, I just like that's like it's like
Josh, this is like friendship ending.
like The Witcher. There's certain things that I was afraid to watch it because I'd read the story.
Right, exactly.
And so I now I'm not subject to that. I could watch it without.
Oh, and the most amazing Dolph Lundgren cameo. Holy crap.
Yeah. Well, Ice Cube. Are we forgetting about Ice Cube?
Is he in there?
Or Ice-T, excuse me?
One of the ices.
But I mean, that Dolph is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Lambic Pentameter. We got there. Nice work times. All right, hey, so we are going to reconfigure this realm as a battlefield. We will engage in some Kill Team 2.0 battles. I think it's between GSC versus Thousand Suns. We'll see if this rematch.
I think you're going to get me on this one.
Well, I appreciate the vote of confidence for sure, but let's get a board set up. We'll pause the stream for a little bit, and then we'll be right back.